Hey, it's Tom. It's that time of the month again where I keep myself honest and show you all how my portfolio and investments have done over the past month. This will potentially be quite a quick update as I'm only updating on one stock, and that's Tesla, the only one I own, as you probably know by now. Over the past month, as you can see, the stock price dropped by 6.5% since the end of last month. Up until the last week of February, Tesla was down 18%. The last 2 trading days of the month, the price then rebounded and pushes the stock price back up to $870, as you can see here in the graph on the screen. So my ISA account started February at £72,326. At the lowest point on the 24th of February, my ISA stood at £58,571. But by the end of the month, it had grown back to £67,406. So a bit of a rocky month and a loss of £4,920. As you're probably aware by now, I also have a similar amount in my general account. So I lost about £5,000 in that account too throughout the month of February. So nearly a £10,000 loss overall in my investments. I would attribute some of the decline in stock price down to 2 real key factors. Firstly, Tesla management on the quarterly call at the end of February, the 26th, didn't really fill investors with confidence in what growth would look like in future years, so for next year, 2023 and onwards. The call was very much focused on software such as full self-driving, FSD, and the bot, which is still a few years away from having any value to investors like myself. Therefore, buyers in the market couldn't really forecast what 2023 and 2024 would look like. The second reason was macro events, like the Fed not really giving guidance on when and how much interest rates would rise over the coming months. What this means is that the markets are wary and people don't want to be tying their money up in assets which would be affected by increased interest rates. This, doubled up with the current situation with Ukraine and Russia, has meant that markets have factored this in and, well, stalled a bit. They're holding back, you could say. For me, if I had any more free cash waiting on the sidelines, I would be investing it over the past few weeks and now, really. But remember, this is not financial advice. The stock market is all about having the psychology and the mental ability to buy when people are fearful and hold for the long term. It is much harder than I've just said, as your mind is a very powerful thing that tricks you into thinking negatively about things. When things like this are going on, you're just like, look, get my money out of the market. But I've managed to stay true to myself, stay invested, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I will reap the rewards over the coming months and years and get to my objective of being financially free by 35. So what does the next few months hold for my investments? What am I going to do and what are my outlooks for the market? Well, in March right now, I won't be investing any money as, well, I don't actually have any cash at present. But when we hit April, I will be doing 2 things. Firstly, I will have about £5,000 which I can invest into the stock market, and that is going to be Tesla, shock horror. Let's not beat around the bush. I personally, not financial advice, believe that Tesla is still the best risk-adjusted investment for the next 5, 6, 7 years. Secondly, I will start to sell some of my shares that I own in my general account and move £15,000 worth into my ISA account to max out my ISA account for the tax year, which starts on the 6th of April. Now, I'm not quite sure, but I might end up doing it, I don't know, a week at a time. It might end up being a couple of months, just averaging into the market. But that's my plan basically. And I think that for me, Tesla will grow over the next 6-9 months. We've just had China numbers come out for February, and they're quite strong really, even considering there's 4 or 5 days worth of production that they weren't able to do because of Chinese holiday, and they still managed to produce over 56,000 for the month. But until next time and my next video, stay safe.